Hey guys, welcome back. Let's jump right into this Benchmade Barrage. Now, this one was loaned in from my buddy Gil over at Wild About Sporting Goods. You know the drill. There's a 10% off anything on the website. Link down below in the description. Now, I did a video on the mini Barrage way back, kind of, I don't know, back in April, I think is when that one was. And now it's October. So, at the time of filming, I don't know, maybe people will watch my videos days or weeks or months after they come out. I don't know. Maybe. Stranger things have happened, right? So this is the big brother of the mini Barrage, and I gotta say, I'm digging this one. So close length is 4 3/4. Open is 8 3/8. This is a spring assisted knife. So depending on where you live, may or may not be okay. Depending on what kind of interaction you have with local law enforcement, it may or may not be okay. I'm in California. I carry and own what I want, and I have not had issues. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, so it's 8 3/8 overall. Blade length is 3.62 with a 3.5 inch cutting edge. It is S30V. Blade thickness is 0.123. Overall thickness of 0.649 because it has the spring and all the automatic, the spring and the mechanisms in there. So it's going to be a little bit thicker. But it weighs in at only 5 ounces. So it's really not that bad for what you get. Now it is the access lock, but it's not going to drop shut, right? Because there's a spring that's holding it open. So you do need to push it all the way in for it to lock. Now, as we zoom in, there is a manual safety here on top, which allows it not to accidentally open in your pocket. I have not had this accidentally open in my pocket, and I have left the safety off while I've been carrying it. Okay? What I don't know, let's try, if I can put the safety on, is that going to keep it open? Yes, it is. So that gives you some added lockup to keep it open so you don't accidentally disengage the access lock. I don't know that. Again, I have not used that safety at all since I've had this for a few days, kind of carrying it around and whatnot. Benchmade typical stonewash blade, kind of a light stonewash, if you will. Very nice G10 scales, some nice milling, just nice texturing on it overall. I like this dark gray and black color combination. They do have holes so you can reverse the clip. It is set up for right-hand carry right now. It is not a deep carry clip. I would throw a deep carry clip on this and call it better. But all in all, it looks really nice. There is some extra markings on the blade because it's an Osborne design. Benchmade, .com. I don't know. I'm not sure you need to put the Benchmade website on the blade. I mean, come on, guys. Really? Seriously? You put the website? The scales are heavily skeletonized, which helps reduce the weight because you also, remember, have some weight in that spring and locking mechanism and all that in here, right? So if they can cut some weight with the skeletonizing, I think that's a good thing for sure. This fires like nobody's business. It's a good fire. I mean, you're not going to not have it deploy when you need it to. But it's not so, like the detent is good where you're not accidentally going to just pull it out of your pocket and it deploy as it gets kind of hung up on your jeans or something. It doesn't really have that issue. Okay, I think this actually works really well. It fits great in my hand. You don't feel the clip at all. No hot spots. You can kind of choke up. It's not really a finger choil, but you can wrap your finger around and get in for some more delicate or fine detail work. no jimping on top, which I'm okay with. Your hand is pretty well locked in with the milling that is on the scales. So I'm not worried about that at all. I think honestly, this is a great Benchmade knife. And the lighting is a little weird, so we're going to flip it around this way. Do a couple of quick size comparisons. Okay, I have some other Benchmades out here. There's a Sharpie and our baby Delica. Well, it's just a standard Delica, but it's a small knife. Too small for me to really carry, even though I own a couple, mostly because, well, this one glows in the dark, so I gotta have that. And then I got the matching Delica and Endura in the Damascus, just because, well, because I did. Okay, so a couple of other Benchmades that you may be familiar with. This is a 940, which is also an Osborne design. And does this one have the website on it? I'd never really noticed that if it does. It does. Okay. I never noticed that. I don't think that's necessary, but okay. And then how about next to the Griptilian? I kind of like, and this is my own Griptilian that I've had for many years. I do kind of like the jimping on here. But I think overall, I don't know. It's a tough call for me. I like the spring assist. I like these both equally. I think they both should come with a deep carry. Well, this one did come with a deep carry clip, but I think the Barrage should also. Now, what you can do is this deep carry clip does fit the same hole pattern. You just use 2 screws instead of 3. And it works just fine. A lot of people do that. You can buy a deep carry clip from Benchmade for whatever knife you want, basically. And I've thought about doing that on my 940. I just have never kind of gotten around to it. And I honestly, at this point, I don't really carry those that often. But this one I really like. I like the spring assist. Now, there is a drawback with the spring assist. It's not very fidgety. Okay, because you can't close it. That's what's great about the Griptilian is you can sit here like this and be fidgety with it, which you cannot do with a spring assist. Also, even if you're not going to be fidgety with it, you can't just close this on its own. So you may either need to put down whatever you're cutting with your left hand and close it this way, or you would release the lock and put it up against, a box or your leg and close it that way. So it is maybe not as user-friendly, depending on what the application is. You may need to close your knife with one hand. It just all depends on the application. So that's just one negative with spring-assisted knives, is they aren't going to close by themselves. So you just need to be aware of that. And if that's a deal, then don't get this knife. If that's no big deal, then this is absolutely a fantastic way to go. So there you have it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Gil, for loaning these in. And if you would like to pick this up, hit up Gil, and he can take care of you. All right? Thanks very much, guys. I do greatly appreciate it. And have yourselves a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next one.